Hey guys, Carly Dunleavy here again, and the next topic that I'm going to talk to you about is the coaching myths. And I know when we think about a business that we don't really understand, we all have these preconceived notions on what we think they are. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about the myths of coaching and hopefully just give you a different outlook and just talk to you about the reality of what we actually do in this business. So the first myth is you have to be a salesperson. And I kind of talked about this in the last video. But basically, in a nutshell, as long as you are sharing your journey, being vulnerable, being relatable, and just putting yourself out there and say, hey, I would love the accountability. I would love for you to join me. If you don't, that's cool too. The people will probably join you a year from now. But just put yourself out there, share what you're doing, and you will inspire people and you will get people to join you. The second myth is that you need a lot of time, which this one cracks me up because I had the busiest schedule when I first started coaching 3 years ago, which sounds so insane to say out loud. But when I first started coaching, I had a full-time job. I was working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week. I coached cheerleading on Wednesday nights. I was on a world's dance team, which means I had practice, not Wednesday nights, a different night of the week, and competitions. And then on top of that, I lived at 3 different households randomly throughout the week by choice. But so I was never planted. I was always on the go. And that was something that I was nervous about. What if I don't have enough time to devote to this business? And what I've learned is, say you have 1 hour and you have a to-do list and you say, I'm going to work my business and I'm going to get all this stuff done in the 1 hour that I have. And then Sally has 4 hours and she scrolls Facebook, maybe puts one post up and doesn't have any conversations with anyone to help them. You're going to get a lot more done and move your business faster than Sally who's scrolling Facebook for 4 hours. You get what I'm saying? So it's not so much how much time you have, but what you do with your time and using it intentionally. I would say 95% of the coaches on our team, I know 95% of the coaches on our team have other jobs. They're nurses that work 12-hour shifts, overnights, teachers who, as we all know, do a lot more than just the classroom time. They have a lot more shit that they do when they're home. Restaurants, people who work in the corporate world, people who are students, people who are stay-at-home moms. So it really doesn't matter what you do, and it doesn't matter how much time you have. You just have to be intentional with it. The next myth is, do you have to have inventory to start this business? And the answer is no. You don't have to buy anything for anyone except for yourself. So what we do is we chat with people, find out their goals, figure out what works best for them. We get them signed up. The products go from the warehouse to their door and they get started. So you don't have to carry around anything. You don't have to sell a minimum of whatever inventory that you have at your house. You don't have to do any of that. You just have to talk with them, figure out what works best for them, and get them signed up. And then the last myth is my favorite. I actually had someone say this to me today or ask me today. Is coaching a pyramid scheme? And first of all, I would ask someone, what does that even mean? Or what do you mean by that? Because a lot of people don't actually know what a pyramid scheme is. And number two, it is completely illegal. So what I tell people when they ask if this business is a pyramid scheme is we have more of an opportunity than the normal corporate American jobs give. You know, like with a boss and a president and then managers and then salespeople, and they all get paid in the order of their title at their job. But with coaching, you could sign up tomorrow with whoever added you to this group, and you could make more money, do just as well, have just as much opportunity as the person who's been a coach for 5 years, 10 years, who signed up 6 months before you did. And that is what sold me on this business, is we all start at the same level. We all start at the same playing field. So you could make more money than I do if you work harder. You could make more money than your coach because you put more work into this business than they do. It doesn't matter if so and so is here and you're down here, you have every potential to make more money than anyone else in this business. It does not matter who they know, how long they've been doing it. You have the same potential to thrive. And that's something that I loved so much. And the thing with our business as well is we are each other's mentors. We are here to help. We try to duplicate as much as we can because we all want each other to succeed. And I think that's why I love this team so much, because we all are in it together and we are all trying to help each person do well and succeed. So we share everything with each other because it's not a competition. We want everyone to do just as good as the next person, if not better. So those were the 4 myths that I wrote down. If you guys have any other preconceived notions or questions or concerns or objections to this business, please comment below in the thread and we will get them answered. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of the event and we will talk to you later.